Good morning, you guys. Happy Monday, if there is such a thing. It's a happy Monday. I am just here to do a quick little shop update and a flip through of this little journal that I made. Right now, today is Monday, the 25th of November. My entire shop is on sale from today until Friday at midnight. So it'll run through the end of the Black Friday. So I have more of the junk journal writing board, writing table. Haven't really picked a name yet for them. So help me out. Leave comments in the description box. Let's come up with a fun name. I have, let's see, look at the shop while I tell you. So I've got, I think, 7 of these writing boards left, all different sizes. And the sizes are in the drop-down menus and also in the individual photos. I'm going to show you the front and back of each one in this video because I wasn't able to get that many pictures put up. There's this journal in the shop, and then the only other one right now is this itty bitty green one, and it has its own little mini writing board with a charm. All right, so, and like I said, everything in the shop is on sale, and there's a video flip through of this, I believe. It might be of all of them. I can give you a quick peek here. But all the info is in the individual descriptions. It's full of all kinds of ledger and vintage pieces and tea stain paper. So you can watch the video on that one if you're interested in that little guy. I do still have 4 of the 54-piece junk journal supply bundle. And in that is a full vintage piano roll, some postage stamps, a good-sized piece of sari, a linen, a couple of muslin bags, some metal coins, some glass vials. You can see the whole list in the description box on that one. So that one's on sale for $27 and change. All the digis are on sale. And journals are on sale. Everything's on sale. So let's get to it. I'll quick show you the front and back of each one of the writing boards. Let me take the tie off of this and show you an example. This would work for this size. There's 2 this size. They're 8.75 tall, 3.75 wide. The front is the front of the day book. The back is the back of the day book. Each one comes with some kind of charm, dangle, and a skeleton clip. Both are removable. And I just thought, so many of our journals have lots of collage and layering and whatnot. I thought it would be fun to have a hard surface, or if, when you want to stamp in your book, you're always looking for something. And the reason I put a dangle on them, because if you're like me, and you have something flat and thin, and it's in your craft room or your kitchen table, it gets lost in a pile of papers, so I figured this guy would help us be able to find them. So, and that's why I did various sizes. I think this would work good for a TN size. If you're gonna write on it, you can turn it this way. If you're gonna store it in your book, you can turn it this way, and the dangle would just hang out that side of your book. So that's what these are. So let me show them all to you really quick. So there's that one. This blue marble swirl, it's got like some purples and black and cream. So it's the same on both sides with its charm. Same 8 3/4 by 3 3/4. So there's that one. This one is an odd size only because it was just a spare board I had, and I was playing around with putting the bookbinding tape on the side to make it look like the edge of a book. excuse me, this one's 6.5 wide, 5 3/4 tall, and it's got a really pretty watch charm. And there's the back of that one. This is a blue and gold marble. It's 7.5 tall, 5 3/4 wide, same on both sides, and it's got the pretty feather and bead charms on it. And then these three, no, this one's 8 tall, 5 3/4 wide. It's got the little Jack and the Beanstalk book with all kinds of charms. It's a pink marble, same on both sides. These two are the same size, 8 3/4 tall, 5 3/4 wide. This one's got a piece of sari with a real pretty vintage-like locket. There's that one. And these are all on the hard masonite board. They all have 4 coats of sealer on both sides, so they're good and sturdy and durable. I think this is my favorite charm. It feels like silk or chiffon with some beads on the top. The blue marble, same on both sides. And the last one, excuse me, is a giant 12-inch tall by 8 3/4 wide ledger with this gorgeous vintage necklace. And again, all the charms are removable. And there's the back. The back is extra grungy on that one. All right, so there's those. Now let me get to this little guy. I didn't put a closure on this for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted it to kind of stay in its original form. It was the cutest little ice store ledger. And you'll see the first page is one of the original pages out of the ledger. And I left it fairly muted and fairly naked because I thought this could be for a man. All right, but I did include a piece of brown sari to tie it shut if you want. And let's make sure I'm in frame before I start flipping. All right, so the first page, like I said, is one of the original Ice Store Ledger pages that came out of here, and I was able to save the end pages. I just had to trim it down a little bit to fit. And there's a little, "This book must not be destroyed" label. I got that from Nick. And there's tea stain paper. There's a few pages that I used my fun new Bates, well, new old Bates numbering machine on. So it prints out, I'm gonna hold it up close so you guys can see. It prints out the fun numbers. So I'm really digging that. Oh, and I'll measure this for you when I'm done. There's a vintage card with a slide in it. Some of the vintage tape I've been making. This is an original inter-office memo. Some more tea stain. This is some ledger that I've scanned in. This is an original. Another one of the number stamps. The other side of the Ice Store page. This is a vintage book page, and I don't know what language it's in, but I just love that font. With a piece of the vintage tape. This is an original receipt from a concrete block manufacturer, I believe. Some more tea stained. A vintage postcard from 1906. That's the real deal. Here's the other side of that. And I believe this book is 108 pages. This is a piece of vintage music paper that I did some paper marbling on. The other side of that receipt. This was an old ledger, but they had used it for a cookbook. I just love how grungy it is and the handwriting. There's a library catalog card. The other side of that. There's a credit memo. This is an original from 1926. The other side of the music. This is an old phone book, I believe. The vintage flashcard. A lumber receipt from 1926. An old postage stamp. Some more tape. Just an old notebook page. There's the other side of that receipt. And the phone book, and here's another marbled page I did. It's very faint. This is an antique book page. I did put this check in here. It's pink, so if you're getting this for a man, you might want to take that out. It's from 1927. Some more of the tape. Another original receipt. The other side of the marble, and then there's a little Denison label and a little 1876 book plate. And this one measures, let me tell you the particulars on this one real quick. It is 8 1/4. No, that's not right. That's not right. Let me find a ruler. It is 8 inches tall. It's 3.5 inches wide, and it has a 1/4 inch spine with, like I said, 104 pages. Let me put the tie on here, and then this one's also going to come with a little bag of ephemera with some extra goodies for decorating. So there is a cigarette card, a tiny tag, a little paper and metal tag, a couple pieces of Tim Holtz ephemera. There is a library card, some vintage stamps. This is one of the vellum clocks, and a little Tim Holtz man and card. There's a blank postcard, an old coin roll, and a piece of, this is kind of like a seafoam green, sorry. So that's what'll come in that little bundle. And I think that's all I have for today. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them down in the video. You can email me. The info will be down there. You can reach out to me in my Etsy shop. And towards the end of the week, I'm going to do some 50 and 100 page packs of ledger pages that I have. I think, 12 different ledgers that I'm going to make those out of. So be looking for that video. Those will be in the shop probably, I'm hoping, on Black Friday. But just keep a lookout for a video. And I hope everybody has a great week and a happy Thanksgiving, and be safe. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.